My people, imagine a lion that roars in the savannah, claiming to guard the herd, but secretly builds a golden den across the Nile with the flock's own grass. That's the twist in this tale of power and hidden treasures, when the watchdog finally sniffs out the trail leading from Kaduna's dusty roads to Egypt's glittering shores. A former governor, once hailed as a reformer, now linked to multi-million-dollar luxury villas and apartments abroad. Shocking, right? This na confirm street news, na wetin we hear with a report, but be sure say na confirm. Abeg, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment to help us grow and bring you undiluted news. In today's episode, we'll unpack the ICPC's explosive report on Nasir El-Rufai, trace the timeline of how this unfolded, break down the laws in simple terms, and explore what it means for you and me in Niger. My people, the contrasts here are wild. Promises of progress at home versus opulence overseas. Stay tuned for the full gist. Please like and subscribe to Confirm Street News for accountability, because attention is pressure, and pressure can force clarity. Here is the breaking update, dated March 9th, 2026, straight from the ICPC headquarters in Abuja. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission has traced luxury properties worth over $50 million in Egypt to former Kaduna Governor Nasir El-Rufai. We are talking high-end villas in Cairo's upscale district and swanky apartments in Alexandria, all allegedly bought with funds siphoned from state coffers. The report details how investigators followed a money trail through shell companies, uncovering purchases made between 2020 and 2022. One villa alone, a sprawling 5-bedroom estate with private pools and ocean views, is valued at $15 million. That alone would have been the headline. But wait, my people, another layer dropped like thunder. Apartments linked to dubious contracts for Kaduna's urban renewal projects, where billions in naira vanished into consultancy fees. El-Rufai has been invited for questioning, but no formal charges yet. His team pleads innocence, calling it a witch hunt by political rivals. Upcoming dates? A preliminary hearing is set for April 15th in Abuja, where ICPC plans to present forensic evidence. Sources say bail might be on the table if he cooperates, but the probe could extend to family members. My people, this is no small matter. It's a wake-up call on how public funds fly away. Now, let's go chronologically, because the sequence matters, my people. It all starts with Nasir El-Rufai's rise, the man who bulldozed his way into Nigerian politics. Born in 1960, he cut his teeth as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory under Obasanjo, earning the nickname Demolition Man for clearing Abuja's slums. Fast forward to 2015, he becomes governor of Kaduna under APC, promising reforms, education boosts, and infrastructure leaps. But whispers began in 1919. Public awareness spiked when Kaduna's debt ballooned to over 200 billion naira by 2020, with questions on loans from China and the World Bank. Key event, in 2021, a controversial 10 billion naira contract for road upgrades in Zaria allegedly went to a firm linked to El-Rufai's associates. By 2022, audits flagged irregularities, funds diverted to offshore accounts in Dubai, then rerouted to Egypt. He left office in 2023, handing over to Uba Sani, but the skeletons started rattling. Public reactions? Divided sharp. For some, it looks like vindication. Finally, the big fish is caught, say anti-corruption activists on X. For others, especially his supporters in the north, it's political persecution ahead of 2027 elections. My people, the emotional stakes are high. Families in Kaduna still waiting for promised schools, while villas sit empty in Egypt. Humanizing it, think of the teacher in Kaura who hasn't been paid, staring at news of marble floors abroad. This timeline shows how slow burns turn into infernos.
So what are the rules and laws at play? In plain language, my people, no dey fear. I'll break it down like pounded yam. First, the ICPC Act of 2000. This is Nigeria's anti-corruption hammer. It targets public officers who abuse positions for personal gain, like diverting funds. Here, El-Rufai's case falls under Section 19, corrupt enrichment, where assets exceed known income. Second, money laundering laws via the EFCC and CBN regs. Think of it as washing dirty cloth. Funds from Kaduna contracts were allegedly cleaned through shell companies. Bail, it's not a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's a mechanism to ensure you show up for trial with conditions like surrendering passports. In this probe, if charged, bail could be 500 million naira or more based on asset value. Third, international angles. Nigeria's Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty with Egypt allows tracing properties abroad. Why parallel probes? ICPC handles corruption, while EFCC might join for laundering. It's like two hunters chasing one bushmeat, ensuring nothing escapes. Emphasize fairness. The system presumes innocence until proven, so El-Rufai gets his day in court. No bias here. Integrity means following evidence, not rumors. My people, this process tests if our laws have teeth or just gums. My people, here is the rhyme for the middle of this story. Lion wey chop belleful for bush, go build castle for riverside, but when rain fall, na flood go expose am. Justice no dey sleep, e dey watch with one eye open, so make we not tire to shout am. The public divide is sharp because Nigeria has lived too long with a credibility problem in leadership. Supporters chant, he's a visionary, this na setup, while critics fire back online, account for every kobo. X is buzzing with memes, El-Rufai as Pharaoh in Egypt. It ties to broader issues, youth unemployment in Kaduna where dreams are deferred while elites stack abroad. Proverb time, the rat way they bite person toe, na because e no see road run. We need transparency or the divide widens like River Niger. Now let's bring it down to the real-life stakes for everyday Nigerians. My people, a trader in Sabongari Market, Kaduna, worrying about rising costs, wants to believe leaders invest at home, not stash in Egypt. If funds went to hospitals, that's lives lost. A mother in Rigasa can't afford meds because budgets vanished. The wider implication is a symbolic moment for anti-corruption under Tinubu's admin. If ICPC nails this, it boosts faith in institutions. If it fizzles, cynicism grows like weeds. For governance, it's about symbolism. El-Rufai was the no-nonsense guy, so his fall questions who we trust. Everyday folks feel it in taxes. Why pay if it funds foreign empires? Stress accountability. The system must now prove it bites all, big or small. Competence must lead, not connections. My people, this ripple hits elections. Voters in 2027 might demand asset declarations upfront. It's our money, our future, not be play. Should former leaders face asset freezes abroad before probes end? Because that single question is the battle line Nigerians are drawing right now. Fairness versus presumption of innocence. Around Kaduna, residents are watching like hawks. Even Okada riders in Kafanchan discuss it over tea, feeling the ripple in stalled projects. In Lagos and Abuja, it's fodder for office gist. If El-Rufai, who next? Encourage discussion, my people. Is this justice or politics? Drop comments on leadership trust or how corruption hits your pocket. Let's build community. Share stories of local graft. What say you? Verified. ICPC traced $50 million properties to Egypt via shell firms. And verified. Funds linked to Kaduna contracts from 2020 to 2022. No plea yet, but invitation issued. Watch points. April 15th hearing. What exact conditions for cooperation? Whether prosecutions present bank trails. Monitor if international freezes happen. Finally, my people, as the elders say, the child who washes his hands clean can eat with kings. Wisdom in accountability. Subscribe to Confirm Street News. Drop your comment on this probe's fairness and share this video so accountability doesn't die in silence.